And the temperature is rising here already with the watch party in full swing. Welcome and thanks for joining. All right, a chance to check out stats for TJ McConnell.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Then it's Connect. Then there's TJ McConnell. And it's Christie in at the 2. And for Minnesota, Cat in at power forward with Reed at center. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's Goose in at the point. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Drills it from deep.
Well, what makes Kawhi so problematic in the pick and roll? He can do about anything he wants out of it, including keep the basketball.
There's a screen. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Christie passes to Leonard. Over Towns. No good. A bit long that time. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Feels good about their chances if they can prevent Kawhi Leonard from taking over. We're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer who can score from all 3 levels and can take your best scorer out of the game. I asked him, so what's the plan? He said, survive.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Leonard. 15 in his last outing. Zubac's shot is off.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Leonard can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
Here's Christie. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Axing, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. As we near the postseason, let's see where the West is shaken out. You look at the Timberwolves, with great effort over a long season, they're second in the conference. And of course, there's the Clippers. Quite a bit of space between these two.
You know, for Minnesota, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
Here's DeRozan. Following the score by Los Angeles. Count it. Good. Cox has got 6 points. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And he lays it in off the breakaway.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Ball stolen. Into the lane. Oh, and makes it with a kiss. He's got 10.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Leonard against DeRozan. McConnell with a screen on DeRozan. Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there. Just 5 on the clock. Over to Rosen. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And here's Minnesota now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. And here's Edwards outside. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Outside Eason. From behind the arc. And McConnell the bucket on the assist from Eason.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And here's Edwards outside. Leonard pulls down the board. Clippers trail by 5. Fires the 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
You've got to keep the defense on their heels, and Kawhi consistently able to make pull-up jump shots.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take it.
Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
The kick out to Edwards. The 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
All right, we got a chance to check up on Ivica Zubac's stats. What do you have, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for Los Angeles let me know the status. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. It's a blow to a team that was hoping to be healthy coming down the stretch. It looks like their depth will be tested now.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
Williams is out there with Edwards. Then there's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Goose in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Goose in their last matchup against the 76ers played some superb basketball. He tallied 32 points, and he was able to provide some stout defense on that end of the court, too. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Gobert with a screen on Aldridge. Cox cans it with nobody near him. Cox has got 13 now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. To the left wing. Pass to Cox. Outside Edwards. To the wing on the left. Here's Cox. 32 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And he gave them headaches with his defense. Constant activity at that end with 4 steals to show for it.
To the inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Cox, the pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
And as Reed not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
Outside, Brown. Aldridge outside. Shot clock at 5. Offline from the top of the key.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
From 8 feet, and down it goes. 2 points. And now an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Here's Cox. And the finish on the break with the slam.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup.
Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Brown looking around. Here's Aldridge. Here's the drive. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Gobert. And DeMar DeRozan is subbed in for Anthony Edwards. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac, he's checked in for Nurkic. Leonard comes in for Brown. Connect's checked in for Eason. And Christie subbed in for Bailey. Pass to Connect. Here's Christie. Reed defending. Towns against Leonard. Towns with a rebound. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Here's Cox. He's got 17. Dillingham with the bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Kicks it out to Aldridge. 19 seconds left to play in the first half. Stolen by Reed. Here's Cox. An easy 2 on the layup. Cox has got 8 here in this quarter.
What a setup by Karl Anthony Towns. Knew his team had to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Cox. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
He got it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Minnesota up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We'll be right back after this word.
And looking at the Kings matchup, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that is going to do.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Then there's TJ McConnell, then it's Connect, and it's Christie in at the shooting guard. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Leonard for 3. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time. Leonard's got 11 points.
Kawhi Leonard's career three-point percentage might shock people. And I'm telling you, as a defender, I'm not conceding that one.
Towns a screen on McConnell. Here's Cox. Off target from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Yep, that one goes.
We've seen this script before. Kawhi Leonard starts early and continues throughout the course of the night. Defense is in for a long haul.
Here's DeRozan. And it's Connect with a rebound. Clippers trail by 10. Leonard can't get it to go.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Here's Cox. He's got 24. Outside Edwards. Shoots a fadeaway. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 13 points in the game.
You know, being that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
Leonard for three. Leonard can't get that one to fall.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Pass to Christie. McConnell with a screen on Edwards. Here's Connect. To the middle. Stolen by Reed. Inside.
Well, give DeMar DeRozan credit. This guy is unselfish, moving the basketball, just such a great teammate.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most four men. Traditional fives are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Yeah, that one's good. Cox has got 8 here in this quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Leonard. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Christie. Leonard looking around. Clock at 4. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been tripping for Anthony Edwards.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Dillingham's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Eason's checked in for the Clippers. Bailey comes in for McConnell.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Christie passes to Eason. Here's Connect, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Eason. Here's Bailey. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The officials were right on top of that one.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, you got to give them credit for how aggressive they've been on defense, getting the opposition to cough it up and then making them pay on the other end.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And he drops it first. Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's Oubre in for Edwards. And so he hits both. Minnesota leading by 13. Cox, the pass to Oubre. Here's Cox. Give him 30. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Cox has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Pass to Brown.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Free throw. Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Bailey, the pass to Wembanyama. They get it back. Here's Brown. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
They've got Rudy Gobert. Williams is out there with Edwards. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Goose in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Bailey. Nurkic passes to Wembanyama. Now here's Nurkic to the paint. It's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Hey, from beyond the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Cox. On target from range. Cox has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
And Wembanyama has the ball here for the Clippers. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. With the floater, it's rebounded by Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Cox. Pass to Dillingham. There's a screen. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Nurkic. Williams defending. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
The muscle coming into play. I like how Nurkic takes on these challenges and finds ways to deliver.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Brown. Cadet comes in for Eason. Christie's checked in for Bailey. And TJ McConnell subbed in for Wembanyama. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Here's Cox. And he gets it to go. Cox has got 37.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Leonard. Over Towns. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Timberwolves lead by 12. Edwards, a pass to Cox. Offline with a 3. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Oh, got that one up quick.
Assist from Christie.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Reed, great positioning on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And Los Angeles making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to...
Another one goes! Incredible!
I mean, yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point game in a single year.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. Back to McConnell. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. And here's Edwards outside. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for Goose.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
Yeah, and this is not what they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and their opponent is at the line.
He sinks the second. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Cox. And here is Williams. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Cox. Just 5 to shoot. And that's good from 17 feet. Cox has got 44. Knocked loose. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. MP, you're my favorite player, man. You always...
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sideline. Let's see some of the numbers here for Devin Vassell.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Miles Turner out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Castle. Then it's Johnson. And it's Suggs in at the 1. And for the Timberwolves, some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. Anthony Edwards out there with Goose. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
Here's Turner. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Turner's got the opening field goal of the game for the Spurs.
And not a regular spot for Turner, but he shot with confidence, and that's what matters.
Fox, no good. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Los Angeles. And it's Suggs missing. Edwards with it. Picked up by Suggs. Edwards passes to Cox. And the teardrop, and it's sent back by Turner. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Towns, a screen on Suggs. Shot clock at 5. No one near Edwards as he lets it fall. Good, and as this goes to Towns.
It's so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Towns against Wembanyama. Here's Cox. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. And Towns gets it to go.
On the catch and shoot there, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
Here's Cox. And it's Suggs with the rebound. Spurs are gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Goose. That's his first foul. Wembanyama passes to Johnson. Now one near Suggs as he lets it go. Three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Towns a screen on Suggs. Here's Cox. Towns high post. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Pass to Wembanyama. And he banks in the layup.
You'd love for Victor to get that look every time up the floor.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Spurs passing it around. Turner into the lane. And Turner with the slam.
And throw it down, big fella. Turner way above the rim.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Another miss by Minnesota.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Edwards, no good. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And you can tell how important having depth is for them. Sometimes it's the difference between a win and a loss.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Dillingham's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Vassell's checked in. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where you're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Here's Suggs after the made shot from Cox. Pass to Vassell. Takes the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Coming to this, having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
Oh, my goodness, the slam!
Oh, my goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And they're running. Here's Cox. Trips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And Wembanyama up top, defended by Towns. Wembanyama, a screen. 4 on the clock. Here's Suggs. The shot is good off the backboard.
And because it's so easy for him to get to the cup, Suggs doesn't shoot a ton of mid-range jumpers, but he has it in his arsenal.
Towns, a screen on Suggs. Fires the three. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that one's good. Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Got a piece of it. The putback, Turner. It could go, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring. Minnesota. Goose comes in for Oubre. San Antonio also making some changes. Turner's checked in for Rollins. And it's Wembanyama in for Johnson. And here's Hardy. 23 points for him the last game against the Golden State Warriors.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
Edwards is out there with Grant Williams. That's Goose. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the bench. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Goose, in their last matchup against the Clippers, put on a show. He had 44 points and did his job on defense with an impressive number of steals. An amazing performance. Probably won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Here's Cox. He's guarded by Davis. Cox, no good. Spurs trail by 8. Now here's Hardy. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Wembanyama down low. Working on Williams. And the shot goes down. Timberwolves leading by 6. Inside. Out to Edwards. And stolen by Vassell. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Wembanyama.
2 minutes.
Over Williams. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Now just a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Right wing. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Edwards. Johnson's checked in for the Spurs. Castle comes in for Davis.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
The Spurs shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. No good on that.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Suggs, he's checked in for Hardy. To the paint. Launches a 3, and he nails it. The 3-pointer falls from Cox. Cox has got 7 points for the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Here's Turner. That shot off. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Cox. He's covered by Suggs. Outside, Towns. Pass to Cox. Good, and his assist goes to Towns. And now a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
And their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Wembanyama passes to Suggs. Johnson outside. Suggs with the ball. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Hits it from 3-point range. Suggs has got 7.
Oh, terrific move offensively from Suggs. He is locked in on that shot and finishes.
They get a hand on it. Cox, and the layup is good. Cox has got 19 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Yes, to Castle. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves ahead, leading by just 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
I like how they've been eating the glass. Figuratively, no one should eat glass.
Just barbecue chicken.
This is
And moving along. And that'll do it for...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen a tremendous game from Goose.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. They've got Turner. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Keldon Johnson. Then there's Jalen Suggs. And it's Castle in at the two-guard spot. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with, because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues in the court.
Here's Suggs. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No good. Spurs trail by 7. Pass to Suggs. Back to Wembanyama. Turner with it. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. DeRozan. That's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Suggs passes to Johnson. No one near Turner as he lets it go. No good again that time.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Here's DeRozan. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For San Antonio, they missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
One thing about Wembanyama's 8-foot wingspan is it allows him to cause problems that NBA players have never seen before.
Pass to Turner. Here's Castle. 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. San Antonio again missing. Timberwolves leading by 8. A 3. No good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Teardrop shot. And it's Suggs getting it to go. Suggs has got 9.
Oh, strong move by Suggs. It's not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Only 5 games left on the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is stacking up out west. You take a look at the Spurs. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings. And guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out Minnesota, sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
And you know, for the Spurs, they've been ruthless competitors all season long. I mean, they've assured themselves of plenty of home games in the postseason. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Spurs trail by 8. Pass to Wembanyama. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Cox. He's covered by Suggs. And it's DeRozan missing. The Spurs have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half start. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent. Don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing.
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report.
And people forget that DeMar DeRozan has competed in multiple dunk contests. This man has elite balance. That is not a guy you want to...
Gobert the pass to Cox. Towns a screen on Suggs. And he trains the three. Good looking shot there from Cox. And now an 11-point Minnesota lead. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Some changes for Minnesota. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Gobert. Kelly Oubre comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Bellingham subbed in for Edwards. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new Collins checked in for Miles Turner. Fontecchio's coming in for Wembanyama. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Hardy in for Castle. Spurs making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Pulls up. Cox, no good.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Hardy passes to Vassell. Drains it from beyond the arc. Vassell's got 6 points.
Vassell has no conscience behind the arc. He will not hesitate to get it up.
Pass to Cox. Simmons, a screen on Suggs. Here's Cox, drilled from 11 feet out. Cox has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Vassell with it, covered by Oubre. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Great setup for Vassell, who does not waste the chances to get off a quick shot.
Cox, the pass to Simmons. Here's Cox. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the lob to Towns. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance button. Towns has got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Oubre against Vassell. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Rollins with a screen on Oubre. Vassell, no good. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Grant Williams is out there with Oubre. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Edwards. And it's Cox in the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Wow. He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Spurs trail by 9. Here's Kolek. And Simmons with the rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Edwards. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Rollins checked in for the Spurs.
Number 4.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Rollins with a screen on Oubre. Releases. And he nails that one right through the net. 11 points for Devin Vassell. Timberwolves leading by 7. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Cox the pass to Simmons. Rebounded by Hardy.
I rushed that one a little bit. Pretty clean look inside.
Here's Davis and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it back. And the Spurs making a change here. Evans is checked in. And so it's Minnesota with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. intercepted. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
That's good from Cox. Spurs trail by 10. Another steal. From past the arc. Kolek grabs the miss.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Here's Vassell. Hits the jumper in space.
Man, when Vassell hit his stride tonight, he just kept going. This man is relentless.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Cox. Outside Williams. For three, Edwards. Rebound, San Antonio. And here's Hardy. Davis with it. Evans, left side. Solid defense there from Cox.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Yep, that one goes. Cox has got 36.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Simmons. Towns comes in for Grant Williams. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Kelly Oubre. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Wembanyama for three. It falls for his seventh bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
As soon as that ball touches his hands, it is gone. You love to see that confidence from Wemby.
Towns, a screen on Suggs. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Cox.
Both free throws good from Cox.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
Wembanyama outside. Here's Castle. That's good. And it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama's got 5 assists tonight. Towns, a screen on Suggs. Cox. Towns, the pass to Cox. Outside Edwards. Edwards off a screen from Cox to the inside. 4 on the shot clock. And out of bounds is San Antonio gains possession.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. A lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Sometimes Valley Wemby is the only choice you have. He's that good.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Here's Cox. He's covered by Suggs. Throws it up high. Suggs with the steal. Up to the right wing. Here's Wembanyama.
To see Wemby making big plays in big moments.
Cox the pass to Edwards. 3-pointer. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 now on the night. 1:30 left in the fourth. Off target on the 15-foot.
They came close there to tying it up.
The intensity out there right now. This game, both teams leaving it all out there.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Here's Cox. Gobert with a screen on Suggs. Poked away, and they get it back. We've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. The magnitude at this juncture in the game, clearly warranting a timeout. And Simmons, he's checked in for Gobert. Here's Cox. He's covered by Suggs. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Nabbing another steal.
And I can't believe what he's doing on defense. Just racking up the steals.
He just tied for the 4th most steals in a game in NBA history. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Minnesota. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Nice shot by Wembanyama, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Wembanyama down low, defended by Towns. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. Cox, no good. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on them here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
Now Edwards. Outside DeRozan. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Some good moments.
Surprisingly loud crowd tonight. This should be a good one.